Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you haven't already, please click that button and subscribe to our channel. On the menu today, as you can see, I'm going to make a beef stroganoff. Now, before I get lots of emails, comments and love letters telling me this is not how you make stroganoff, I'm fully aware that there are many ways of making this dish. It has changed immensely over the years. Today I'm going to be making with beef, mushrooms, onions, garlic, salt, pepper and some paprika and some sour cream. Some people use yogurt, some people use creme fraiche, some people use mustard, some people use horseradish. There's huge amounts of versions you're going to find all over the web and in different cookbooks. This is our version. Let's get on and do it. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, so let's get started. In my pan here I've got some melted butter and I'm now going to add in our beef, which is cut in these long strips, which has now become called stroganoff. It's funny how the dish itself has changed enormously over the years and has so many variants, but the cut of beef has remained the same. Right, black pepper, plenty of for me. Gonna get some salt in there. And on a kind of lowish heat, I mean just above a simmer, I want to cook this beef for about 7 to 8 minutes. We're about halfway through now. I just wanted to show you this liquid that's come out. This is the butter and juice from the meat. We need to reduce that down somewhat. It doesn't matter if there's a little bit there, but we don't want too much there. Back soon. As you can see, that has reduced down somewhat. And at this stage, I'm now going to remove our beef. You can use any cut of beef that you like, really. I mean, the better quality, obviously, the better. But if you used a cheap cut of beef, you just have to cook it quite a lot longer. So there we go. I've got a nice bit of juice in there, still that butter. Now I'm going to go in with some sliced onion and some sliced white mushrooms that I'm using today. Again, let's get some black pepper in there. We're still on a low heat. Touch more salt. We need to cook these gently for about 4 to 5 minutes. What should happen is there'll be some amount of moisture that comes out of the mushrooms. Once these are done, we're going to add a little bit of flour, not too much, just a touch. We're going to reintroduce our beef, some sour cream. But before that happens, right now, optional, but I like it, I'm going to add a little bit of paprika. There's a smoked paprika on the market, a hot one, like a chili, or a sweet one. This is a sweet one I'm using today. I'm also going in with a nice generous teaspoon of chopped garlic. So let's gently cook this, like I said, 4, 5, 6 minutes. Then I'll be back. There we are, these are softening nicely and the mushrooms are letting off some moisture. I'm now going to add some wheat flour, plain flour. Just a touch, not a lot at all. And we need to cook this, stirring all the time, for about 4 minutes, as if we were making a roux for like a bechamel sauce. You need to keep scraping the bottom of that pan. This flour is going to stick as it cooks. What we're looking for is a kind of smell of a biscuit. Once you get that kind of aroma, then you know that this flour is cooked. And only add a little touch. I mean, I'm using a wheat flour today, but you could use a corn flour if you wanted. And of course, the reason that we've added this flour is to add a thickness to our overall finished product. So keep this turning around until you get that nice biscuit smell. You can taste it as well. I mean, you can put your finger in, grab a little bit and taste it. Then I'll be back. Keep stirring constantly. So that's enough time for me for that small amount of flour that we added. At this stage I'm going to reintroduce our beef. I'm using quite a nice quality of beef, so I've already tasted that and it's fairly tender from the first cook. What I like to do now is just cook this again on a lowish heat for about 3 or 4 minutes. Then we're going to introduce the last ingredient, which is our sour cream. Now what I'm going to do is add some sour cream. A lot of people don't use sour cream, they use yogurt, they use normal cream. I mean, like I said, there's so many different versions of this dish. People put in horseradish, people put in mustard. It really has changed over the years. I think in England it's generally served with rice. In the States, usually served on a kind of thick ribbon pasta. So many different versions of this over the years. I think the only thing, like I say, that has stayed the same is the cut of meat, which, funny enough, I think in the very first recipe, way back, I think it's in a Russian cookbook, the meat's not actually cut like that, it's actually in a cube. Anyway, lids on, really low heat now. You need to do that for, and I'm going to do mine because of the cut of meat I've got, for like 25 minutes. You may need to do it for longer. Stir often. Let's take a look now. Off goes the heat. That is looking absolutely wonderful to me. I don't like it really thick. As you can see, there's quite a kind of small amount of sauce in there. That's just how I like it. Check that for salt and pepper now. Hope you enjoy our little version of stroganoff. I know there are many ways of making it. This is our one. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.